You're in the What with Flex.
And Quell.
What does it mean to start a family, build community, and stay grounded when the entire world feels like it's crumbling?
Jesus.
That was a lot for the first couple.
Kind of intense.
We're getting real intense with this episode, man.
This was deeper today.
It is. Can the average person even afford a family anymore?
Doesn't feel like it.
Doesn't feel like it?
No.
I got a lot to say about that right now. Charlie Crockett drops wisdom on growing from childhood pain. One woman challenges the morality of wanting what society tells us to, and why canceling plans is no longer a personality trait. It's a symptom. This one hits home. From our wallets to our childhood to our relationships, we're digging into what's keeping us from feeling whole. You're in the Wit with Flex and Quell, man. We're about to go crazy today, man. Hey, Quell, tell them about the Wit of the Week before we get started.
So we back in the SL again, the Mercedes SL 500. As I always say, timeless car.
Yeah.
An all-time classic.
Yeah.
Even to this day, the SLs that come out today look like this one. Just a little updated. The interior is not much different today as it is in this one. This car is 20-some years old.
Yeah.
Still got the same way to move your seats back and forth, same sunroof.
Yeah.
Got a big screen in the middle, everything. So
I like the thing that you pointed out. They don't make coupes like this anymore. This car literally has no back seats.
No space for nothing.
No, nothing. We couldn't put no bags, no nothing back there.
This is like in the movies you would be having people sitting on their butt on the back of the car.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing back there.
Yeah.
But that's a classic feeling. This is a real sports car. It's not for your family. This is for you having fun, ride on the coast, and do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I gotta say my same thing. I love this car, man. It's a great
You love
car.
every car.
Huh?
Like, you love every car, kind of.
I'm a car enthusiast.
Okay.
So I like in the whip. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I want to get us in some more whips. You know what I'm saying? So you guys drop in the comments what cars you want to see us in. It could be anything. Like I said, from a Toyota all the way up to a Lambo, a Rolls Royce to a fucking Acura.
Smart car.
Anything. It's shit. Some of this out. Hopefully one day we can go, to overseas and see those crazy electronic cars that they have over there, and then we can be able to.
And then we're going to China?
Huh?
And then we're going to China? Hey, man.
Hey, that'd be a crazy episode.
That would be crazy.
That'd be a crazy episode. Yeah, man. So if you any cars you want to see us in, even just different places you want to see us go, maybe drive a car, anything, just let us know down in the comments.
Man. We're always trying to grow, learn, explore, just expand.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man. Starting a family today. Your grandparents raised a family on one job.
Sometimes two families. If your granddaddy was Rolling Stone.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe three families.
But the question is, why can't we? So, before we start the video, there's been a lot of talk, or just everybody that I know, it's the same, it's like an echo chamber. I'm not going to have kids until I'm financially stable.
Yeah.
And what does that even mean?
I think being able to afford to not be drowning while trying to take care of this child.
So what does that look like? What's the number? The reason why I asked that, no one gives a number.
The number?
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, for me? Or just in general?
Sure, what's the
number I would say is minimum, you probably need to make close to 6 figures, man. I think low end, 75. But you got to have like a system, like a budget. You got to be able to have a house that you can afford. It's going to be none of that. Your rent is $2,000 and you make $75K, you barely scrape it by doing that. So it's got to be leeway and space for you to actually have the resources to raise your child. And that includes formula, everything in the clothes, their crib, anything, but babysitters, all that stuff, daycare, that stuff adds up crazy. So
yeah. So my biggest thing is, like I was saying before, is that a lot of people have this idea, but they never put a number and a structure down to it. So you can say, I want to be financially whatever, but until you actually define what that is, you will always be chasing an uncertainty that you have never defined at all.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the problem. You want to get ready? Show the video.
Show the video for y'all. This is from Horseshoe 30 podcast.
So bad. Never forget that they robbed you of your ability to have kids in your 20s. They made it so that having kids is an economic and financial disaster for you. They made it so that having kids literally fucking destroys your career. We're all taught and we're all led to believe that your 20s are for putting your head down and working. Everybody through the entirety of human history, up until the last 30 years, could manage a job and children. Now you can't.
So my biggest thing, I'm going to start deconstructing this. I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. back then, I think pre-Nixon, was it Nixon?
You probably talking about Reagan.
Reagan, but pre-Reagan, they actually put the workers first a little bit, not everything, but when I say put the workers first, they gave us decent wages, took care of us with healthcare and stuff like that, and house,
Unions were really strong.
Unions were really strong. We were able to afford all these things on the salaries that they had now. You know what I'm saying? That salary that they had, they could take 4 trips a year. You know, they could have a house, a car, a family, take care of their kids. And now everything has gone up post, Reaganomics and all that other stuff. And it just continues to get worse as all these prices increase, but the wages stay the same.
Wages stagnate,
and it's not able to keep up with, the increasing numbers that we're seeing in the financial realm there.
Cost of living today is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy compared to how much the wages haven't gone up in comparison. That's what it should have. Yeah.
So my point is that we need to recognize that disconnect. You know what I'm saying? That there is something wrong going on. That even though these things are increasing in price, we're not seeing an increase in wages. So I'm also playing on the other side. I still think it is possible to make it work in your 20s, even without people always.
I think it can work, but it's detrimental to somebody in the.
Says who?
It's detrimental. We're gonna talk about it more as I finish the video. It's detrimental to somebody, whether it be you, the father, or the mother, or the child, or themselves, or whoever else. It's always someone's gonna lose out on some type of time or quality time or like real building and bonding that can be done, or even their own ways to decompress. So I'll finish the video and I'll talk about it more.
The hours required of you to build wealth in the West do not permit you to have children, and the cost of having a child is too great to ever support on a single modest working class income. There's no reason. I'm 26. I should have a kid. 40 years ago, I could have a kid. I could still write as much as I do. I could still work 2 jobs. I could still build my art career. I could still bartend. Now I can't.
But
what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I do believe, like I said before, there is a problem, but I do think it's still doable with more planning. I think that's the hard part that a lot of people don't realize. They need to be very concise in what they want to do and what that number is and what the budget is that they need to be able to take care of themselves and a kid. I do think it's doable. I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
I don't know if it's worth it in the case of if you have to just kind of make it doable and make yourself able to survive while doing it. Because like he mentioned, in the past, he could work 1 or 2 jobs at the most, and really don't even need 2 jobs. That's an option back in the day. He could also build his career.
Can I say something? I think that it was an option back in the day. Now a lot of people have to work 2 jobs just to stay afloat.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, but it also mentioned his own hobbies and pastimes, like his art or his bartending he wants to do, or his music or whatever else. And it could be something very simple, like you just want to go to the pool hall and shoot pool every week or something like that, or go fishing or something like that. Something simple, but it goes a long way to helping you stay sane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like today you really have to sacrifice a lot of yourself in the meantime to make the family happen. And the planning part is how many times are families really planned? How can you truly plan to have a family? You know what I mean? I think it's kind of
what do you mean plan?
I don't know if it's really that simple. Say, we're going to have a kid, we're going to do it like this. And it's things change so rapidly, just today. Yeah. Layoffs, stuff like that. Industry shift. People are needed. They're no longer needed. Back in the day, if you had a government job, you were good. You settled. Federal job, you're good to go. You can do whatever you want. But nowadays, we see it's nothing safe. Nothing is safe from getting cut or limited or replaced with something else. So it's very scary to have a kid today, especially with so many other things going on. The uncertainty of the future. It's how do I even justify it? I think a lot of people look at it as if they're kind of afraid to bring a child into the world today and subject them to the stuff going on. I think that's another part of it that people don't really talk about.
Can you explain that a little more and go in a little more detail? I want to talk about that.
The fear of the environment and the state it's in. The fear of AI, of course, and replacing people, and the fear of a sort of future where your child has extremely limited options for what they actually can do to have a successful and fruitful life.
You really feel that way?
I feel that way. For a lot of people, I think they do see it that way. Now, I can't see the future, so I don't know what a child would have to, in 2040, what can a kid do to actually get ahead, but I just feel like the optimism for the world, even in 1999 compared to now, was way higher than it is now. People are very nihilistic today. I think nihilistic, pessimistic. They have a lot of just like bad ideas and bad like visions of the future based on what we see every day. So I think part of it is like people say they would rather just not bring a child in right away and subject them to a lot of BS without building their life up to where they can have a child and have a child be completely comfortable and insulated from that stuff.
So one thing I want to say is that the longer that you wait to have that kid, though, the less energy you will have to be able to be in their life and take care of them. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
You wait till you're 30, 40, some men 50, 60. I had a friend, I think his dad was like 60, 70 when he had a kid.
Yeah.
But you can't keep up with that, little boy, 5-year-old boy running around, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
the longer you wait, the less energy you have. And then that also takes away the time that you have with the kid. Unfortunately, we all got to go one day.
Facts.
And the longer you wait, the longer, the less time you have. One of the, not regrets, but I wish my parents had me earlier. I know they couldn't have. They wouldn't have been ready and all that stuff. It's all, divine.
Are you ever really ready to have a kid, though? Even if you set everything up, we make this much money, we're together, we're married, or whatever else, when the baby's here, things change.
So what do you mean by ready for the kid?
I don't think anybody can be ready for it.
What are you trying to be ready for?
That's a great question, because you have no idea what you're walking into most of the time you have a baby.
In life, you don't know what you're walking into. Are you ready for life? But you thrown in.
But I think it's different when you have a baby, because like you're now entrusted with the life of someone else.
Yeah.
Or a few kids who have twins or some shit like that. So it's a way deeper fear than just say like the fear of like, for example, I'm gonna take a job across the country. That's a fear, but it's like a fear and it's like a optimism. It's like, oh man, I got an opportunity. It's scary, but it's a risk I want to take because I know the benefits of it. But it's just me. If I fail, I'll come back. It's just me. But if you have a baby and you fail, it's like, damn, I just created a bad life for another person. Like, you know what I mean? I just had a life that my kids gonna be a
So who's to say that he's gonna have a bad life?
Hey man.
But
No, you're right. But
we're thinking too. I think the reason what I'm getting into, I think we're thinking too pessimistically about it. I'm not saying we shouldn't, because there are things to be scared of in this life. Like, these are all real possibilities. But if we focus too much on it, you do a lot of attracting that into your life. I don't know, sometimes if you focus on, like, I'm afraid I'm gonna fall. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall. Like, you out, you nervous, you on, like, you in front of some girls, you afraid you gonna mess up. Guess what happened? You mess up. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
but I think raising a child is a lot more just like, I'm confident, I'm gonna make it happen. That's not how that works.
I'm not saying that.
Because if you mess up, you just made a serial killer or something. Or a serial rapist or something like that. You just couldn't do nothing about it. Like, damn.
Man, but what's the chances of that, though?
No, but then also another thing, like, with our generation growing up, and how many of us deal with, like, anxiety and depression and all that type of stuff, and the screens and everything, it's, like, so hard to
So why do you think that happens? Why do you think that happens?
Because of the technology we have at our disposal. It's like,
okay, so you have that knowledge. Now you know not to reduce that with your child. Look, you already got it. You got everything you need, big dog. You got everything you need, big dog.
The problem is though, man, like, that's why I don't give parents a lot of grief. Well, first of all, you can't give parents grief, because if you tell a parent what to do, what they're gonna say? This is my child. You don't know about. Okay, I don't think that your 3-year-old should have an iPad on their eyeballs close.
Think that either.
Just saying, I don't think your child should be watching what's the lady, Miss Rachel, all day instead of learning from you. That's crazy. No. She's not bad. I like her videos.
It doesn't matter.
Or Bluey. I like Bluey.
I like Bluey too. Bluey too. But I feel like
CoComelon though.
Now those people are instilling the values and morality instead of you. It's not coming from you.
Exactly.
The original energy source is coming from somebody else.
Listen, you gotta understand, bro.
You're literally
pawning your kid off to someone else.
You're literally taking a stranger and say, "Hey, watch my baby for like 4 hours." People don't think about that.
That's real. Because at least like daycare, you meet the daycare people. At least a teacher, you know a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Miss Rachel, I don't know what she's doing. Oh, that camera go off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or Mr. Beast. Yeah, come on now.
Crazy.
Your baby brain be smooth as hell for his whole life.
For real.
No, but I think it's just so scary. But it's like a different level of fear that people
I know exactly.
I feel like
I know.
I feel like you convince a 20-something-year-old man to go to war before he has a kid. I just think like that's an easier idea for him to.
You think so?
I think so, honestly, at this point.
Hey, I mean,
it's scary, bro.
These dudes be out here just having babies, though.
That's that lack of D-discipline, man. Lack of D-discipline. That's something in our community is with a lot. I hate that shit.
So the impact of this video, this reflects a larger social dilemma. Are we failing to build families because we fail to build systems that support them? What do you think?
Definitely,
You
man.
think so? Like, do you think it's the systems that we're missing? Or?
Yeah, like, you know how many, like, there's no reason that maternity leave should be like a company by company thing. That should be a mandatory.
It's not?
No. Like, there's paperwork that says like everybody has to offer it, but
Yeah,
the levels change drastically.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Okay.
And it's like some companies say, well, you can go, but you won't get paid. Some say, oh, you get paid. And it's like, damn, like, there's so many things in place that's like, man, like, how is this not a standard for everybody? Everybody should have the option for a daycare that's like covered and like it's very well vetted and you actually pick out good people for it. And maybe there's a fee, but it's small. Like maternity leave should be the same across the board. You get, what's it, those 6 weeks or something off or something like that.
I'm honestly not sure.
Should be probably longer. You probably should use your baby until he's like 3 months old or something, maybe. And then you go back to work.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Should be mandatory across the board.
I think we should go back to when it was just a man working. I know that sounds crazy, but I think because
that's what we're talking about. There's not many opportunities for a man that can do that and take care of a whole family. Because
I know.
By the time you have a stable and like you have the money you're making to do that, you're already probably 30 because you have to go to college most of the time, or you have to go to trades, and it takes a long time to develop your trades and everything. Or you have to have a military career, and you're older, and it takes a lot of time. So 26 is kind of like, I would say, like the best age to have a kid, probably, like just making sense. Like when you look at your life, how long you live as a human being. But like the way society is, like to really make a lot of money or make money where you're comfortable, you have to put a lot of time in or get lucky.
So the reason why I was saying,
maybe if this podcast pops off and we make a lot of money, I'll have a bunch of kids, I'll be rich.
Okay. Like Elon?
He's not a good father, but he just want to keep making new.
Yo, he is insane.
He want to keep making new white nationalists to come out. That's all he want to make, man.
That guy is insane.
He's got issues.
What I was saying was that I want to go back to that time where, you know, the man could go and provide enough for his family, so then the wife could take care of the kids in the home. Because I feel like that's where like you said, if a woman, you only got 6 weeks of maternity leave, like that's not enough time. That baby needs love, care, energy from the mother. You know what I'm saying? And it needs that for longer than those 6 to 8 or whatever, how long weeks.
That scenario, as of now, can't exist because the middle class is gone.
Yeah,
that's a middle class thing.
Yeah, I think that
got deleted. You're either affluent to rich, or you're broke at this point. I feel like.
Yeah, no.
When you're broke, you have literally no power. To do anything.
I think that the middle class, that's the slave class.
I think the middle class, no, the slave class is definitely the poor people. The lower class.
I know what you're saying.
The middle class are slaves to what? I know they have their work a job and everything, but
it's the saying, the things that you own start to own you. You're gonna have to continue.
Well, when you break it down, we're all fucking slaves. That's your CEO or something. I mean, the CEO makes 100,000 times what the average person makes, and that's not really fair because he don't do shit, or she don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So, the middle class is gone. I think the main reason it's gone is because it's a lot easier to convince poor people to have kids, and it's a lot easier to convince poor people to do things that they don't want to do, and suffer through the hours and hours of work to produce kids and whatever they're gonna do because they have like less sort of opportunity to really explore themselves. They're gonna be a drone. They can't help it. And I think like you want a poor person to have a kid because they'll have more than one probably, and they'll.
You want a poor what?
I want a poor person to have a kid if I was a government, because those poor kids come out and they probably have a few options: either join the military, or they act up and go to jail, make money off them regardless. They keep it going. That's why they want to keep pushing the anti-abortion stuff onto the rural communities and stuff and the lower class people, because like that's what they want to have kids. If you have middle class upbringing as a kid, you have so many more options to how you want to live your life. You can do things that the government might not like. You can decide to say, I don't want to have kids myself until I'm 30 or whatever. I don't want to do this. I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to do whatever I want to do. So, but when you're poor, your options are very limited. You really can't do what you want to do. You have to do what you need to do to survive. And unfortunately, this is how it is right now. I think the middle class has a lot of power. Like the working class has a power to sway things, like elections, like other things, because they have the mobility to make decisions. If you're poor and one president says they're gonna, no tax overtime, you can vote for him because you work overtime already. You need more money. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not going to sit there and actually read through you just seen it in passing. So I'm going to go vote when I take my day off. I got to use my vacation time to go vote.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Is it selfish to delay family plans, or is it just smart?
I think it's both.
Both.
I think now it's both. I think it is selfish in a way because, especially if you're with somebody that may want to have a kid, you don't, X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that having a family is the righteous thing to do, to grow and continue to grow our community and everything like that. But I think it is smart because it's crippling to have a kid right now for most people. Crippling, financially or emotionally or both. You really lose a lot of yourself having a child, which I think is part of having a child anyway.
Yeah.
But
that didn't sound like a negative to me, losing part of yourself for that kid.
But I think the part of yourself you lost 30 years ago was a lot smaller than it is now. Like the dad in the 80s or the 70s or 50s or whatever could have a kid, work their job, come home, everybody can relax together, have a dinner or whatever. And then Saturdays, he can go hang out with his boys at the bar or something. Sundays, we all back together. We can go to the beach or something like that. And that's just a beautiful situation where everybody's accounted for. Everybody has a moment to relax and decompress. But now it's like, go, 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 go. I'm home with the kids finally. I'm tired as hell. And these kids, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is, over time, you create an environment that's probably not the best to raise a kid in because there's not a lot of love there. It's not your fault. It's just that you're so damn tired from working and trying to push yourself to make this family happen. And I think that's why people grow up and then they grow up and be like, damn, I don't feel love. But it's like, your parents loved you, but damn, they had to work really hard to make sure you had everything you had. And those little moments weren't there. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't go to your basketball game. I had to work.
Yeah.
But I worked to make sure you can go to AAU because I paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Vice versa. So.
Yeah. So my last closing thoughts on this is I do understand why people wait to have kids, but I don't necessarily agree that's going to make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. That's just my opinion.
Why do you say that? You think because stuff will continue to get more expensive anyway? Or?
Yeah, but it's more of you're never fully ready. You can never fully prepare to have a kid.
No.
And I'm not telling you just, you need to have a kid when you're 16 or whatever. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's not what you're saying at all.
At all.
Please don't cut that out of context.
No, but you can try and prepare all you want, but you'll never fully be ready to have that kid. If it's your time to actually have a kid, especially if we forgot to touch on the point, it's someone that actually you're having that kid with someone who loves you, has the same morality and values as you. You know what I'm saying? Delaying, what are you delaying it for? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? You could say because we got to make sure, but just in my opinion, you're never gonna be fully ready.
Yeah, I think you're never ready. I think you can prepare as much as you want, like financially, or we had this house, we had this set up, we got the whole baby registry, we got a crib, whatever you want to prepare with. But I think from a mental standpoint, from like a spiritual standpoint, and just how much of I don't want to say burden, because burden sounds negative. Yeah. But how difficult it is to really raise a child and to be a good parent. It's really hard, man. You'll never be able to really realize what your parents went through before you, raising you. Even if you ask them, you'll never know.
Yeah, that was good, man. All right, let's get on to the next topic. Hard times from childhood. You don't get to keep blaming the past if you're the one steering now.
Okay.
Musician Charlie Crockett reflects on a quote from his mother while on the Joe Rogan Experience, encouraging adults to own their plan and to let go of what no longer serves them.
So this kind of goes with our last topic, where you have these kids but you're not ready to have them, and they're going to have hard times growing up because you weren't ready and stuff like that. You're going to struggle, and sometimes you get a good kid out of it, or you get someone who's a success, or someone who's able to manage that feeling of disappointed with their childhood or whatever, and they grow into someone strong. But you also don't always have that. So I'm going to play a video for y'all. It's not a long clip at all. It's on the Joe Rogan podcast, unfortunately. But, I'll play it for y'all, man. I think he's a country musician or something like that.
What I wanted to say to you that my mama said, she said, what happened to you when you were young is not your fault, but now you're a man and it's your responsibility. And I've been living off of that for a long time, because it's like if you don't take responsibility at some point, man, it'll never leave you alone. But I wanted to.
First thing I want to say is I think when he says take responsibility, I think he means like forgive people or whatever. I don't think he means take responsibility. Sounds kind of strange.
You think so?
Because like when you're a kid, stuff that happens to you, it really isn't your fault most of the time. Because you're a kid. I mean, you don't know any better.
Yeah.
Like just an example, but like when people will have like, oh, this girl was 16 dating a 21-year-old. It's like she didn't know any better. It ain't really her fault she did that. She was a dumb kid. But I think he means like forgive, like situations you were in as a child.
Yeah. So I think like, let's just say maybe you didn't come from, a place with a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is how I'm taking. I could be completely wrong. Maybe you came from a situation your parents didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
You can't blame the child for that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But now as an adult, as a man, you have the ability to make a change in your life.
Absolutely.
To get away from that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how I take it.
Yeah. I think I do think that's a good way to look at it, because I think it's kind of like a trap to, like, if you live, say, let's just use the money example again. If you grow up poor, like really poor, like it's like difficult, legitimately, and a lot of times kids will grow up poor but don't know they're poor.
Yeah.
But like if you're a kid where it's like oh, we don't have a lot, it is like a trap to feel like you can never be anything beyond that because it's all you know. But as you get older, you got to realize, like, I do have some autonomy here now. I have to do something to get myself out of the situation. That's why we get like rappers and shit like that. Unfortunately, if someone makes a
What you mean?
or something like that.
What you mean? He said that's why we got rappers?
Rappers and hoopers and all that. You see the NBA draft this year?
No.
BJ Edgecombe, he went number 3, I think, to the Sixers. Great story, great dude. He's gonna be a good player. The NBA media, he got up on the media in front of the camera and was like, yeah, we lived off a generator for 7 years. I had 7 years of no power.
What?
It's like, damn.
Where's he from?
He's from America somewhere. I think he's American, I think, but he's an immigrant family, I think.
Oh, okay.
But either way, that's the best thing scenario, I guess, in that situation. He took responsibility for it and made a change.
You said 7 generators?
7 years, he had a generator power in his house. Wow. No power. Just a generator you like plug up and put gas in, whatever.
But he made it.
Yeah.
That's what's up. No, but that's good to hear,
I hate when they do that in the drafts, man. I hate it so much.
Why?
Especially NFL, man.
Why?
They'll cut off everything. Oh, he got drafted number 1. Shout out to him, man. He gonna be a good fit for this team. Also, he grew up in a crack house. It's like,
I don't know if it was me and you talked about it or what. We talked about that. They do that all the time.
They'll cut off all the football talk. Oh, he's a 6'5" receiver. He fits the team perfect. They need a receiver.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? He grew up in a crack house and his mom died. He was 7 years old.
I feel like
his dad is in jail for 87 years for murdering his pimp or something. I don't know.
No, for real. I feel like they really ruin beautiful moments by bringing those facts up. Like, why do you even need to say that? What are you trying to make the people feel? Like, this is his beautiful moment. You're gonna remind him that. You see, like, I don't like that.
It's like, yeah, congratulations, but you shouldn't be here, right? You should have made it here, right? Like, it's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like,
I hate it. Shout out BJ Edgecombe, man. He's gonna be a good player. But that I do not like. But he took responsibility. He took responsibility for it. He probably forgave the people that he raised him. He understood it wasn't easy for them. They did what they could. I made my own way. But a lot of times, man, like, people don't always have that mindset. People might always grow up and they feel like, damn, my parents failed me. That's how they feel.
Did we finish the video?
Yeah, it's really short.
So the impact. We all carry scars.
Yeah.
But Crockett reframes the conversation. It's not about pretending it didn't happen. It's about who we choose to be next. Okay. I think that's really powerful, in my opinion. Like I said, you can't always control the past. A lot of times we let the past define us, who we are and where we're going next. Who you are now, what you choose to be next, defines who you will be.
Right.
It's
super difficult.
It is. It's so difficult.
Super difficult to like push through the past, and like I compare my life to others, and my life has been pretty easy compared to most people that I run into or that I read about, stuff like that. So I can't imagine like people going through stuff like that, like serious things like refugees from another country, stuff like that. Like, and to look at your past and say, well, it happened, and that's what made me who I am. it's hard to me. It would be hard for me. It would be hard to not have some resentment for like my parents, for example. If I grew up in a war zone or something like that, I would look at them like, why even have me in this situation? Why even have a kid right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for me, that is why I'm always so, what's the word, grateful and gracious. I always give thanks because I understand that it could be worse.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I complain about America because I live here and I have a right to complain about it. But trust me, if I was born somewhere else that was a little worse, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd be worried about getting my head chopped off or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's real stuff, so.
But one of the things that I want people to really remember and hone in on is that you can choose who you want to be next. Like, you can decide today to make a change, to do this, whatever one little thing is, it is to take that next step forward in your life to get where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's just something I want to.
It won't happen overnight.
Oh, yeah. No. Rome wasn't built in a day, man. That's just been my favorite saying recently.
Yeah, it wasn't. How long did it take? Roughly.
No. I'm gonna make a new one. I'm gonna say like Egypt wasn't built in a day. So.
You gotta make it black.
Yeah.
I like that.
Kush wasn't built in a day.
Oh, it wasn't.
Y'all know about Kush, man?
Hindu Kush.
Not the stuff that people be smoking.
No.
Real Kush.
Okay, yeah. I like that. We should use that. Egypt was born today.
Yeah, something like
that. It's my new thing. Yeah, I like that.
On some different stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. The final question, my fault.
Yeah, of course.
What does accountability for your trauma actually look like? Accountability for
your trauma? Accountability for your trauma. That's like an oxymoron, ain't it? Accountability for your trauma?
That's a good question.
Hold you accountable for what you went through?
How do you?
I think it's forgiveness, man. I think it's trying to bridge an understanding. Like, I know it's difficult because let's say you get abused or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a lot more difficult than you just grow up in a rough environment. If you get abused or something like that, right? I think that looks like just kind of forgiving and just understanding that person that raised you mentally wasn't able to do that. They shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
And you weren't let down by anybody. You weren't, forgotten by anybody. You just kind of were left in a situation that you shouldn't have been in. And that person that raised you really shouldn't have been doing that.
I really do think it comes from understanding and loving and letting go. I know that sounds crazy, but if not, you're just going to continue the cycle.
Yeah.
Like, if you continue to hold that in,
it's going to manifest to
someone. You know what I'm saying? It's going to manifest somewhere else in another form of your life. And that's so hard. It's easier said than done. I know I'm just,
hurt people, bro.
It's real.
Bro.
It's real. You got to let go and just, it's outside of
yourself. A couple guys we know should let go, man. R. Kelly should have definitely let go. Because his childhood was rough, what I heard.
That's what it was?
Apparently, he was a victim of the stuff he was doing. Apparently, that's what people say.
It makes sense.
When you look at like other people that have done what he did like that, at that scale, they also grew up and were abused at some point. So a lot of people think like, man, he probably was went through that stuff and never really understood it. So he manifested in his life doing the same thing.
So what about like Diddy? You think like his parents were like super controlling?
Diddy's just a megalomaniac. I think maybe you're right. Hold on, I didn't get what you said at first. No, because his dad was like he drew the Rockefeller thing. Like his dad was in the streets too, something like that. So
I'm saying maybe you don't know what was going on in his home. Maybe he saw that from his dad. His dad was super control. Like Diddy wants power.
He definitely.
So either he didn't have any power in his house, or he had too much power in his house. It's one of the two. That's where it manifested somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
We'll never know because I don't think they'll ever tell us.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. Like you said, hurt people come from somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just been born just super like fucked up. That's also.
I think he's a psychopath, man. I think most people that make it that far through any industry are somewhat psychopathic. They check some of them boxes, man. Even if it's like a sociopathic where they kind of don't care about other people to get where they need to be, it's something where you gotta be a little off to be a billionaire and grind like that and to make things happen, do those deals to possibly have killed your best friend and first artist you signed to make it ahead. You gotta be psychotic. I think he's just psychotic.
So you said you think he's a little slow?
Did he? I think it might be too fast. I don't think it's slow. I think it's too fast. I think it's too nefarious.
Hey, man. So the final thoughts. You might not be at fault for the pain, but healing is your responsibility.
Absolutely.
You can make it out of there, man. Let's go on to the next topic. How much are humans allowed to want? What if your dreams aren't yours? What if they were assigned? Did I say something like that before? I feel like I just talked about something like that.
You're talking about like your dream man, a dream woman. It's like a woman that's a man and woman described to you.
Yeah.
It's based on like what you see, and that's why you're never satisfied, because you get with people that you aren't actually like.
Yeah.
You just think you want to be with them because of what you've been told.
Exactly.
So it applies a lot in life. Ton of parts of life.
So, influencer, I think it's Zena Weena.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Zena Weena raises a powerful question. How much can we want before our desires become immoral or self-destructive? She points the thin line between service and exploitation. We can play the video, but I kind of like this one.
It's deep, man. It's a lot of thinking. And she's a really smart girl. From what I've seen from her, we had a clip of hers before on here.
Did we put it on?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
It was like understanding the other side of.
Yeah.
So she's really smart. She has a lot of deep thoughts. This one's pretty deep. It'll take some time to. If you're watching at home, I recommend watching it a few times to get what she's saying.
To fully unpack it.
Yeah.
How much are humans allowed to want before it becomes immoral? Well, the probable answer is if something comes at the expense of someone else, you shouldn't want it.
I know what I want.
Do you?
Well, what does it mean for something to come at the expense of someone else? If someone says, I want to spend 14 hours a day making anything and everything you want, is that okay? I mean, what if they were just socialized to feel that way? What if, I don't know, their parents taught them that they must always be of service to others no matter what? That is what you should want. And suddenly they become a person who just wants to serve others, even if it causes pain, suffering, health decline. Is that exploitation? Maybe you'd say, no, I mean, if that's what they truly want, we shouldn't stop them from being of service to others. I mean,
Bro, she's getting real deep.
Yeah.
On some psychological and philosophical type stuff. She said, if a parent taught their kid to always want to serve, and then they go their whole life serving others and never getting anything in return, and then we perceive it as them getting used. But are they actually getting used if that's what they actually want because they were taught to actually only want to serve? Like, that's how deep she was getting with that.
Yeah, man. I'll wait for the individual for my thoughts. I'm still gathering them as I watch it, but that's definitely something I never thought of before.
Yeah.
Ever in my life. I'll let it finish out, though.
Isn't that what kind of happens under capitalism? We set up a system with those who have and those who don't. And if we truly socialize 90% of the population to want to serve, to want to sell their labor for almost nothing, is that okay?
So this part, I think, she keeps saying if. I think this has already happened. I think most people are conditioned in some way in their mind to serve.
We are. I watched the video. This might sound crazy. We're so conditioned when we're a child. What are the vowels?
A-I-O-U sometimes.
Slow down.
A-E-I-O-U. And sometimes why?
I-O-U. You're already conditioning the person to say, I owe you something. I owe you whatever. As a child, this is something small.
It adds up, though, man.
It could be a stretch. I know that's crazy, but A-I-O, I don't believe in coincidence anymore. I think I said this last video. If something just keeps happening, lines up, I don't believe in coincidence.
That's interesting, man. I never thought about that.
Well, my instant reaction is just no. I mean, maybe they wouldn't want these things if they weren't socialized that way. But isn't that true of most things that we want? Most human desires come from socialization. So what really makes some wants good and bad? Is a seeming parasitic relationship between two people, where one just receives and one does all the labor, is that always immoral? Is the worker always too naive to see their exploitation? Must we save them from their wants? Are there some wants that are fundamentally better than other wants? Or are all wants...
So I didn't mean to cut it off so soon, but I really wanted to point this out. That's one of the reasons why I be having inner dialogues before I get on this podcast, because I'm like, should I really be telling this person how to feel and think? Because who am I to tell them that's what they need to do if that's who they already are? Because that's what she's kind of getting at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they want to work their whole life for little to nothing and they're okay with that, and they're okay with that, who am I to tell them no, this is wrong? You should want more. Who am I to tell you what you should want? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think when it comes to just as a human being, watching somebody break their back for others and never really have a moment where someone does the same for them, it's like, damn.
But that's how you would feel. They don't feel like that. You're not putting yourself in someone else's shoes. You got to understand from their perspective.
But if you understand they were probably molded that way, it's really unfair to them. Because I don't know you may never be able to get to their actual wants because they've been molded so deeply.
But aren't we all? We've all molded.
I agree.
We literally just talked about we need our mom to be there so they mold the morality and our values into us.
I agree. But it's like, it's a really difficult thing to really unpack. I'll finish the video. It's only a few more seconds.
Wants just manifestations of social pressure, of coercion. I don't know.
So, let's just start with my favorite point in the video, was she was like, socialization, and like how most people, 90% of people are like socialized to understand that they must be a service or a worker or a laborer or something like that to others.
Yeah.
She kept saying if that's true already. I think the majority of people in this country, especially in the U.S., like, think about capitalism, right? Think about like how the idea of working hard is like noble. Working your ass off, working so hard, working 2 jobs. Oh man, you doing what you gotta do, man. You know, you working hard, man. But like, you're being exploited though.
Facts.
You should not have to work 2 jobs to do anything. You really should have to work 1 job if you're being real, but that's where we at.
So, I mean, I'm going out far left field here. I don't even really think you need to work.
I don't think you should work. I don't think human beings should be meant to work.
I don't think we're meant to work either, if I'm being completely
I don't think you're meant to work. I think we're meant to do work in the form of like the basic stuff we need to help each other survive.
Yeah.
Day to day.
Yeah.
Like in the village, hunter-gatherer situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Beyond that, man, we're doing a little too much.
But I'm play devil's advocate. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have these electronics that we have here. So that, work that we did do that we didn't have to do led to these great things.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the stuff we have could have been accomplished without slave labor and stuff like that. But the people with the powers that be recognize that it's more profitable to mine the cobalt for these cameras from Africa and torture people to do it and stuff like that, instead of just paying them a normal wage and making it all kumbaya and stuff. And then you have idiots on your timeline saying, well, if the iPhone's made in America, it'll be $30,000. Why? Because Apple said so? Nigga, like, what are you talking about right now? Like, well, if they still made the cars here, they'd be more expensive. Why? Because they fucking hit a button on a computer and says, instead of this Mercedes-Benz being $80,000, how about it be $180,000? Because I made it in America. What? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? The clothes you wear, only gonna cost a few dollars to make. Oh, but because you gotta pay somebody a living wage in America, gotta make the prices higher. Why? Just because the spreadsheet said so? The numbers gotta go up every year. That's why I think like there's no way that you can't look at everybody around you and say, man, we're brainwashed to think this shit is okay, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not a hater. The system we have allows people to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You can be rich and successful, but you can do it and also treat people like a fucking human being. You know what I'm saying?
Can you?
In Europe, it happens a lot.
Does it?
I watched this video recently. These Italian, they own a textile company, like they make clothes and stuff. The CEO was talking to an American businessman, and the American guy was like, well, if you didn't give everybody a month off of work all the time, you can make more money. He's like, why? I'm rich. I mean, what are you talking about? Like, I'm already well off.
Yeah.
He was like, well, if you didn't give everybody because in Europe, a lot of times in Europe, like, people will stop working in the middle of the day for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Just stop. Mm-hmm. Stop working. Go relax. Go to the beach. Go eat lunch. Go eat like a real lunch with their family. They'll sit down. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Then they go back to work and finish the day, and they're good to go. Yeah. And they got limited PTO and all that stuff. And people in America, some people in America can't understand how that would work. And it's like, why not? Like, if we gotta work, you might as well make the person working for you not go insane doing it. You ever read fucking sorry, Aiden. You ever read this book? This is a short story. It's called Bartleby the Scrivener. Mm-mm. So Bartleby the Scrivener is about a guy who works as a copywriter. It's no longer a real career anymore because we have computers now. But basically, people would write contracts or stuff like that. They would write stuff. He would copy it onto sheets, to get copies out.
How much would you get paid for something like that?
He got paid decent for the time. But he worked in a building with no windows, nothing. And he suffered. He slowly goes insane in the story, right? And it's like, what if Bartleby had the opportunity to take an hour off in the middle of the day to go outside and get some air and go relax and then come back and finish his job.
But he
Wouldn't
wouldn't
be
get
better
that.
off?
He wouldn't get as much work done.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Oh my God, I don't care. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. All you're doing when you go to work and you bust your butt, you just helping somebody else buy a new boat, man.
Facts.
You ain't doing nothing.
Facts.
But that's my problem with like the socialization is like, tell your kids work hard, but tell them to do it for a noble reason.
What does that mean?
Work hard for what you want, or what you can do for like your immediate surrounding, like your family, stuff like that. Don't work, or your community. Don't work hard just to be the hardest worker in the office. That doesn't make sense. You don't gain nothing from that. You mean socialized to do that though.
I feel like you don't think AI is gonna push us to that point? Where we're gonna have to start just doing stuff that we love because everything else is gonna be taken up by AI. I'm just trying to think positive, or just have a different thought.
Shouldn't it be that way though? Shouldn't AI exist to do the stuff we don't want to do? Shouldn't robots be the ones going in the sewer and fucking clearing out debris? Shouldn't robots be the ones on oil rigs and stuff like that? There's no shame to that career field, but a human being shouldn't be doing that dangerous ass job. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't robots be like diving in the ocean and welding pipes together and stuff like that? So we could do more things we want to do, like paint or make music or build houses or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's interesting that people always say their hobbies or something. It's always something artistic. There's something beautiful about art.
That's what makes us human.
What?
Art, creating something from nothing, creating a vision of something from nothing. That's what makes us human beings. Ain't no damn monkey making Starry Night, man. They just can't do it. No monkeys making Mona Lisa.
No, ain't we monkeys, bro? We one
monkeys.
chromosome some away, right?
Yeah, we close. We got the extra one. And our brains are a lot more developed than a damn chimpanzee.
So we just a monkey with an extra chromosome, bro.
And we are blessed to be that. Like, what's your favorite song?
Of all time?
Yeah.
You said Starry Night, so I just said Silent Night.
Silent Night. What's your actual favorite song, though?
What's
What's your favorite Lil Wayne song?
Give me a second.
Mine is I Feel Like Dying.
Really?
Yeah, great song.
I'm gonna go with a Millie.
A Millie. Beautiful song.
Yeah.
That's a human condition, man, making stuff like a Millie. What else animal that can make a Millie on one spectrum and also make like Mozart music on the other side? Come on, man. That's the whole point of making
I think I seen a dog do some stuff. Like he's playing the piano.
He was doing it because he was trained to do it for the street. He don't understand what he's really doing, man. It's an old saying, if you leave a bunch of monkeys in a room for millions of years, they'll make Shakespeare at some point.
So they us.
And it won't take us a million years to do it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the
How long has the planet been around? How long humans been around?
Not even a million, 100 years maybe.
Okay, so it's like what?
Not even a tenth of the time.
All right, you got me.
Humans only been around for not even 1% of the Earth's existence.
You got me.
And we've done so much.
You said millions of years for the monkeys.
We've done so much, and we're still here talking about working hard for somebody else. Ain't that some shit?
It's crazy.
Horrible. And I like her point of like, to get back to the video, I like her point of like, how can we tell somebody what to want?
Yeah.
If somebody wants to serve others all day, then that's perfectly fine. That's what you want to do. But I don't want nobody to walk around like they have to do just back-breaking ass stuff.
What's that thing called? Like Stockholm Syndrome?
I'll bring a hostage and you like start to like that people taking hostage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
It's just that they use the dollar to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Isn't it crazy? Like, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, man.
So the impact. This clip challenges social programming. Are your goals rooted in authenticity or indoctrination? I think that's a deep one. I think, I truly believe most of what we think, unfortunately, it has been indoctrinated into us. It's been given to us. Like I said in the last episode, even the person that you think you want isn't really the person that you want. It's someone else's version.
Or the things you want, or why you want them.
One of the things that I like to do, I always ask the question why. So I'll be like, let's just say I want $1 million. I'll ask why. Because I want to buy the things that, make me happy. Why? Because, it'll bring me joy. Why would it bring me joy? And you just keep going down and down the layers so then you can actually understand, did you actually want that thing, that materialistic thing, or did you want the feeling
of doing it?
Or whatever feeling that came with, getting that thing. Because think about it. Remember, Kobe, once he got his first championship, he said he felt so like empty. He cried because he was just empty. It wasn't what he thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? That happens to a lot of people because they keep chasing this thing.
Because we're told to like idolize and like pedestalize.
Yeah, pedestalize.
That's a word.
Mhm.
To pedestalize like that stuff, the success, the American dream. So we're so hell bent on like idolizing it that we'll do whatever it takes to get there. And a lot of times that means we'll open ourselves up to be exploited by others.
Mm.
And the people that have kind of escaped that idea are the ones who exploit.
That's interesting.
I think I always bring up Jeff Bezos because he's an evil guy. But I just feel like he don't have no perception of the American dream at this point. Maybe he did at one point, but once he made it, he probably felt empty as well. When Amazon first made him $1 billion, he probably felt like, okay, well, now I've got to just be powerful and just live my life as it is.
But see, I think that's kind of what I was getting at.
That's why them people do wild stuff to find joy, because they have a set point and they reach a set point so fast that something wild.
But I think that's the problem. This is what I was getting at with like Kobe. He worked so hard to get that materialistic thing just to come to realize that wasn't the thing that he actually wanted. And the problem with those people is that they keep looking for materialistic things to fill those voids. And it's never the materialistic thing. It was the feeling or the energy or the state that they actually are looking for.
That's
that
why
they're trying to actualize.
Yeah, I think a lot of those people realize that, and that's why they start pursuing things beyond like materialism. Like, there's no reason at all that Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk should have a better funded space program than the damn government. But they're pursuing that level of power that only people that rich can really understand the gravity of, like the power to say, I can leave Earth and go somewhere else. So when Earth is falling apart, y'all gotta come up with me to get there.
But you see what I'm saying? They're still worried about the physical.
Yeah, true.
If they were to try and take a step back and go within themselves outside of the physical, I bet you they would be happy. Some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them are just messed up in the head.
So what would that look like for them? Donating all their money away? Would they like donating their money away to people or something?
That would maybe be a byproduct after figuring out what they actually been longing for.
Damn. Is that like a curse on humanity to always long for something?
Yeah.
Because I don't think ants care about what they longing for.
They
Ants
don't.
just want to make the hill and make the queen happy and carry the food back and do all that stuff.
I think it's when we let the mind and the ego guide us instead of our heart and our actual soul and spirituality.
Yeah, I envy people who are able to do that. Just kind of do what they want to do in their life.
Some people can do it. Some people are born into it, and that's very slim amount of people who can actually do that. But a lot of people, it comes from a long time of enlightenment and actually understanding yourself.
Right.
Getting from outside of this physical world or from outside of you and directing all your energy back in towards you.
I think that's the thing that makes us human, is the ability to say we can do that, to actually understand ourselves. A lion can't understand himself. A lion just a lion, man. He just want to survive.
So I wanna take it back to a conversation that we had off camera. You said that we're animals.
We are animals.
If we were animals, we wouldn't have that ability to do that.
No, we're literally animals. But
We're not animals.
we are animals.
We're not animals.
We're just animals that are smarter than other ones.
We're not animals, bro.
We are literally
If
animals.
we were animals, okay, then name another animal.
Biologically speaking, we are animals.
Biologically speaking, we're all one anyway. We're all made of all the same cells and atoms.
We're animals, bro. I would take from like just literally like a biological example.
Yeah.
But I understand that in terms of like a spiritual level, we're way beyond quote unquote an animal. But
yeah, so we can get past the spiritual too. We're all made of the same cells on a basic level, like all the way down. Right? Mm-hmm. Aren't we all made of the same things?
Yeah.
So if we're all made of the same things, right? But we still have this other element to us that makes us smarter, being able to do all these other things. How are we still the same thing?
Because we're fucking animals.
Bro, we're not animals, bro.
We're animals. I think you're taking the word too literally.
What do you mean?
You're a living being. You're an animal. That's what the animal is.
Bro, I don't.
A monkey's a living being. A dog is a living being.
Are we alive? We're all alive, yes.
Yeah, dogs are alive. Yes, that's what an animal is. I mean, a rocking animal, like you know.
Bro, nah, I think that we're
a blade of grass an animal.
I think we're
a tree an animal.
I think we're separated from animals, bro.
I think we separate ourselves because we have the mindset and ability to do so, but I don't think that physically we are different. Besides, like, the obvious, fur on my back. But we're animals. That's the whole. This is wasting our time filling air on this podcast. You make me mad now. So
Why am I making you mad?
because it's pointless, man. Get back to the.
Why
point.
is it pointless though?
Get back to the point, man.
No, hold on. Why is it pointless though?
Because we animals. It's a biological. It's a fact. And it's not really something to argue about.
I don't think.
I understand you're enlightened and you had this consciousness and you have this ability to think beyond what I'm gonna eat today. You know what I'm saying? I get that. That's different from what the average animal thinks about. We're not average animals. We're above average for sure.
Yeah.
We're animals. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. LeBron and the dude on the end of the bench on a D3 college are both basketball players. But one of them is LeBron.
So my question is, if we're all animals, right, then we should all be treated like animals.
Well, I think you should treat animals with kindness too.
No,
I mean, so yeah.
Well, we don't. Some people treat animals better than humans.
Some people are idiots. Is what it is. No, I was speaking strictly from a physical standpoint. Beyond that, though, obviously, we're a greater level of being. And any time that you ask me if I would sacrifice a human or a dog, I'm taking a human, but a human's gonna live, bro. Like, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Just an example. So, like, yeah, that's what we should do. That's how we should live our lives. We should prioritize ourselves and each other and be kind and everything like that. But it's not how it works because with that, like we said, off the camera, with that free will, we have the option to do either the bad or the good. So that's what it is. But I think, to go back to what she was saying, I think that the good would be to try and tell someone, hey, you don't have to work yourself to death. You can do it. You can enjoy work. There's no problem in enjoying what you do for work. You can love being at McDonald's, working at McDonald's. That's fine. But still, look inside yourself and try to find something that you like for you. You know what I mean? That's all I ask people to do. Like, if you genuinely love working, that's perfectly fine. That's the joy of being a human being. You have a choice. You have preferences, everything. But at some point in your life, before it's too late, take a step back and say, what do you like though? What do you like to do besides working? Because working is such a non-personal, non-intimate, non-loving thing. It's like a cold, hard thing. You can love working all you want. They might not love your ass. They'll fire your ass in a heartbeat. So you got to find something that you love that can't ever betray you. Whatever it is. It could be something simple as, like I said earlier, playing pool or surfing or going to different places and eating new foods or talking to your friends or anything. Anything. It could be anything. But something. Find something.
What's something that you've wanted that you never stopped to question?
Something that I've wanted but never stopped to question.
This is a question for the audience. You can answer if you want to.
I always want new clothes and sneakers and stuff. I never question why I wanted it. I just did. Just something I like. Maybe I'm stuck in the consumerist loop. I don't know. But I just like it. I just liked it. Well, just being honest, I mean. Maybe I have a dumb reason. Maybe I like them because I want other people to see that I have them. You know what I mean?
Is that what you want? Is that what?
Maybe not in the front of my mind. Maybe in the back of my mind is what I want. In front of my mind, I just wanted to have it so I can wear it and like play basketball in it or whatever I want to do. Maybe in the back of my mind, I want people to be like, oh, he got this shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, is that what you want?
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
In my consciousness, like when I think, the first thing I think of is that I want it for me. But I know deep down, I'm doing it for other people's validation. I know I am. I think everything we do is for other people's validation. Almost everything we do is for other people's validation. Another curse of being a human being. We're worried about what people think about it.
I mean, we're social creatures. It makes sense.
Yeah, man, unfortunately, man. Well, fortunately, on to the next topic. So being social creatures.
You're a funny dude, bro. You're a funny dude.
Some of y'all don't like being social creatures, apparently. Some of y'all hate it. Like, it's the worst thing in the world to hang out with your friends. You want to play the video?
Nah, I'm going to go into the next one. But I want to say something. I really need people to really sit back and ask yourself these questions.
Please do.
Because we always say we want to get to a certain point where everything is good, everything is happy, everything is free. But until you actually ask those questions, why you do the things that you do and why do you want the things you'll do, you'll never get there.
Never.
To be completely honest. We always, if you start to, people get scared and then they will shutter once you start to go in a little bit, people will shut her out, and then they'll direct it back to the service level stuff, and then you gotta just slowly chip away at the problems, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say, man. Because I think it's really funny because a lot of people do it.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
I think it's everybody.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever met somebody who was truly like centered and understood themselves. I've watched videos and seen people that are like that, but I've never met one in person. I don't think.
No, because it's hard, bro.
It's rare, dude.
It's hard, bro. Let's get on to our last topic. Hyper-individualism in America. Canceling plans is no longer a quirk. It's a red flag. So, context. The Financial Diet responds to, there's an account on Instagram, responds to a clip where someone complains about friends making plans when visiting their city. It sparks a broader critique of today's rejection of community.
Yeah, like, like when I'm in your city. When you go somewhere, you tell your friends or your, someone you messing with, I'm in your city. And like, y'all want to plan something. I think there's like a real joy to that of like, I'm here, I'm in your city, I made this trip, I want to see, let's hang out, let's catch up. And this lady does not want to do that. She is a B word.
When you contact somebody who lives in the city that you are visiting, that's annoying. You can just
I hate her voice so much.
put it out
I
there.
fear that America's hyper-individualism and general aversion to community has given some of you guys incurable brain worms. And the level of hostility that some of you guys feel so comfortable demonstrating toward literally your own friends is like, it should be studied in a lab. Like, even leaving aside the like, I love canceling plans and not showing up for things culture that seems so rampant on here, we're now just openly saying like, don't include me in things or think of me because that too is somehow offensive to me. Like the idea that you would be contacted by a friend who's visiting your city and would like to prioritize making plans with you and could feel anything other than gratitude and joy is like so sinister to me. I mean this so sincerely. Some of you guys do not deserve friends, and I hope they all have a group chat where they're talking about you.
You want to start?
Yeah, like I just can't imagine having that mindset. If all my friends from like college or something came here or I was there where they live, I would be overjoyed to say like, yo, let's go out to eat or something. Let's catch up. Like, that's crazy. Like, we haven't seen each other in a long time. We're still friends, still connected through social media and stuff. So let's hang out in person again. We haven't done it in so long. I would be overjoyed to do that. Overjoyed.
Would you really?
Yeah. Even if they came here, yes.
Do you have friends that have reached out to do that?
Yeah.
And you saw them?
Not in a while, but yeah, it's happened before.
Okay. No, the reason why I was asking, because I know I've had experiences. We're on both sides. I've reached out to a friend like, hey, let's go hang out. And they say, yeah. And then it never happened. Or they reached out to me and they'd be like, let's do something. I'm like, yeah. And then it never happened. So I'm just going, maybe not always it's malicious. Things come up. You know what I'm saying?
But that's okay. You know why? Because you're, as an adult, should be like, hey, I would love to, but work is crazy or whatever else is crazy right now. Or I don't want to, I'm not feeling well. I would love to, but I'm not feeling well. Enjoy the city, man. Matter of fact, you should go to this place. I recommend this place for you or something like that.
So you're saying communicate, hey, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's the like community we talking about, and the lack of like a backbone. People are fucking spineless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People post like when you make plans, but you're hoping they get canceled secretly.
Yeah.
That's corny. You're a cornball. Just say I don't want to go. See, I'm good. I don't want to go.
People don't want to hurt other people's feelings, man.
Corny, dude.
You think that's corny?
Life is about making tough decisions, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah. And I mean, even if it takes you a long time to get to that point, you have to start building yourself to be able to say, in honest terms, I don't want to do that. Sorry. I won't be there.
Maybe
We're still friends. I still like you. I'm sorry, I won't be there.
Maybe we enjoy our solitude.
That's perfectly fine. See how you're telling me this shit? You tell people that. Let's say we all want to go out tonight or something. And I say, I don't want to go. I'd rather be by myself tonight. Just play the game or something. Are you gonna be mad about that?
No.
Are you gonna want to kill me for that?
No.
You want to be not my friend anymore for that? You want to end the podcast because of that? You want to blow my house up because of that? Probably not, right? You probably just be like, okay. You might be a little upset in the moment, but it's like, okay, I get it. This is like it's hyper-individualism, like we talk about all the time on here. And it's social media, bro. That shit is not quirky. It's not cool. It's lame as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You're alienating your friend. It's gonna kill you one day.
So the impact of this modern culture seems to glorify isolation. So I said, some people like their solitude, but it seems that they're glorifying isolation and disguising it as independence. But what if our loneliness is self-inflicted?
It is.
So we got a loneliness epidemic, but everyone is literally in isolation in their houses.
Yeah.
It's kind of like self-perpetuating.
Yes. No one does anything anymore socially. Even when you do go out and about, people are on their phones all the time and everything like that. Not like communication, stuff like that. Like, yeah, it is, a lot of it is self-inflicted, especially when you have like, let's just say like the male loneliness epidemic, right? The male loneliness epidemic. I don't really think it's a thing, but
You don't think so?
I don't think it's as, I think it is, but the way it's described is like just, you don't know how it happened, but it just happened. No, I know how it happened.
Can we talk about that? Or
Yeah, we can talk about it.
okay, why don't you think that it's a thing?
It's a thing, but it's not, the way it's described is like this, men are just so misunderstood and they're meant to be forced to be alone and no one wants to deal with them. And it's like, no. A lot of you just think, a lot of you people are insufferable to be around. And you follow these negative like speakers that speak to you in a negative way and you glorify it, and then you have no friends because no one likes you because you're talking about Andrew Tate at the table and I want to talk about the game last night. Don't tell me about a high-value man or woman.
So-
Do you think that LeBron should have passed the ball or not last night? I don't care about that other stuff.
You really think that's what's causing the loneliness?
That's a huge part of it now.
Really?
That's probably 90% of it.
Really? Okay. So you think you
And
said,
other 10% is like women now have more like choice in the matter of what they want to do. Like,
you think it's that too?
yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just so what I think the loneliness epidemic is stemming from is, like we said, the almost self-inflicted isolation because we don't need to go out, because we have phones now for entertainment. We got video games for entertainment. We don't have to have actual physical like conversations, in-person conversations with people. Because don't forget, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say you went to high school, right? Like, you were in high school, or even you started middle school, you had those friends till you were like, that's those high school friends. Those are your friends you're gonna have for the rest of your life, right? Those are people that you stuck with. You're doing everything. Don't forget, there was barely. You had phones, but you didn't have them cell phones on you all the time. You didn't have video games. So what y'all do? Y'all trying to go to the bowling alley.
Well, no
You
online
trying-
video games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Y'all want to go to the bowling alley. You want to go to the movies. So y'all physically together, building your foundation for your community and continue to grow. Now that is taken away from us. We do a lot of our communication online. You play video games with your friends online. You hopping on the game tonight? Like, that's cool. You're building a connection, but it's not
The same.
It's not the same. No matter how people want to put it, it's not the same where you're being face to face, physical.
A lot of this stuff is really nuanced, and a lot of this stuff overlaps with each other.
It all overlaps.
So overlaps. So the social media and everything, like I said with the Andrew Tate and stuff like that, that's more of a joke, but
Yeah.
it's a real thing. Like, there's just sort of like online, it's cool to be like negative and animosity towards other people for some reason. And I really don't like that. I really think that's like, it's gonna kill you one day.
What?
This like forced loneliness on yourself. People like this lady, she's gonna die one day alone because she didn't want to hang out with her friends and stuff. And they're gonna eventually be tired of her saying no, or they're gonna stop messing with you forever.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. But I think it is, part of it is America's like, well, Western society as a whole. We kind of encourage, do for yourself, be alone, whatever. But unfortunately, like, I think it's just so many things go into it, but unfortunately I think it's not gonna go away anytime soon.
I don't
think it's gonna get worse.
I definitely think it's going to get worse, but like I told you off camera, I think everything cycles. So we're going to go through a wave of when everything gets worse, and then it's going to start to slowly shoot back up.
I think people eventually get tired of being on their phones all day, like, damn, this shit killing me, man. I wanna go
Yeah,
outside.
I think there's a wave coming soon of people who have realized
How
the
do we get
problem
there?
of this. What do you mean?
How do we get to that point? Who do you think will start that revolution and be like, let's go back outside?
I think the
Beyonce?
it could be.
She could do it if anybody could do it.
You think so?
If she told them women to go outside, they go outside.
I think it could have been Kanye.
Yeah, but he also did it the wrong way. Don't do this stuff. Don't try to be the positive change and then back yourself with neo-Yahtzeism. I mean, that's not a good idea, dude.
Yeah. I think he could have did it, but
He could have did it. He just blew it.
he did, bro. He had so much influence and motion, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Infinite motion at one point, honestly. Infinite.
Yeah.
most influential person, one of the most influential people of all time.
Yeah, if he,
Bar none.
I'm not gonna lie. Once his mother died,
Bar none.
That's when things started just going downhill.
I think so, but I think he could have been saved, bro. I just
By
think,
who? His mother was his rock. They keep him. He's like a crying baby. He's a freaking genius, and he's so out there above the world. His mother was the person that kept him grounded on this earth. And then once she was gone, who was gonna do it? Kim? Kim wasn't gonna do that. Amber Rose wasn't gonna do it. And he thought it was gonna be the one girl that he had before all them.
It probably could have been her, but he left her when he got up.
Did he left her?
Yes, he cheated on her with Kim Kardashian.
Damn.
Well, not even Kim. It was Amber.
I thought something. I'm gonna have to do a little more research.
He was dating the girl. The first woman he was engaged to, the black woman. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. She's also like she has her own like fashion.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They were engaged, but he saw Kim King like 04 and was like, I need her. He was tweaked. He cheated on her, not with Kim K. He cheated on her with like I think Amber Rose maybe or somebody else. And then Amber Rose came. He was a serial cheater. But I think Kanye could have been saved if he wasn't a superstar musical artist. I think that lifestyle is really difficult to be in that lifestyle and go through what he went through and come out healed at some point or heal at some point. Because you're surrounded by it constantly. No matter how much you vet your people around you, they're going to be a bunch of yes men, people who encourage nonsense, people who want to take advantage of your name and your fame for their own nefarious gains. And it just it's what happens. I think it's kind of impossible for him to heal because of what he does for a living. If he was like just a guy who lived a normal life, it would have worked out better. In a way.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
In a way.
I see what you're saying.
But I think having so much commotion and so much everything and so much like just craziness, it's hard to stay grounded. It's impossible to stay grounded because you're worshipped literally by people. Worshipped literally.
Literally. So, question. Is saying no to connection a flex or a cry for help?
Cry for help. 1000%.
Yeah?
Yes. It's okay to be alone sometimes. That's the whole point. But to constantly reject your friends, people who want to seriously build something with you further, it's a cry for help for sure in some way. I think you're either afraid of... like the responsibility of putting in the work with that person to build a relationship.
You think so?
Even if it's like friendship, yeah. You have to put in the work to be good friends with somebody, right?
Yeah.
You have to be there for them when they're there for you. Some people are afraid to do that. Or they're selfish.
I think it's more selfish.
I
feel like if I'm trying to think of someone right now. Let's just go with Beyonce. If Beyonce hit her up and was like, "Hey, let's go hang out tonight," she'd be like, "Hell yeah!" She dropped everything she was doing.
Because she's a blazer.
But I'm just saying, like, if it was Beyonce, someone that
Okay. So where you going with this? Break this down for me.
I'm saying if it was somebody who she actually could
see something from.
Yeah, then she would drop everything to do it. I think that's where the problem is. It's not the other stuff.
So you think a lot of people today are friends only with people they can get stuff from?
Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm
not gonna say a lot of people. I'm not gonna say a lot of people. I'm saying it is. There's people out there who do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people definitely don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad when you really think about it, because it's like, who can you actually really trust? Is this person actually your friend because they love you, care for you, want the best for you, or are they around you because they can get something out of you? Whether it could be monetary, it can even be emotional. They can take something from you, take your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said with the Kanye thing, I think that when you're at that level of lifestyle, it's really hard to discern that
Why?
Because you're constantly bombarded with people who have ideas and investments and want to be on the train, want to be part of the scene, want to be famous like you. So they're gonna do things to get there where they want to go. And
I don't think it's hard to discern though. I think
for him it was.
I think Kanye, this is my opinion. Maybe I could always be wrong, but I think Kanye is a very loving person, and he always helping other people and all this other stuff. But even if somebody was doing something negative to him or was a leech, he was still trying to be there for him to a point, because he's such a loving person.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. You know, I know a bunch of people also think negatively. You know, he could have been a horrible person. I don't know. It just from what I see, it seemed like he wanted to help people, and even if somebody was around him he knew was probably bad, he was gonna still try and help them. Not just, oh yeah, I'm gonna love you so much and help you, but it was just like, all right, I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Probably think he sees the good in everybody.
Yeah, for the most part.
Probably does, but unfortunately, that naivety is easily taken advantage of.
Oh yeah, it's definitely easily taken advantage of.
I think if anything, he's a naive ass guy. He's an idealistic guy, or he was idealistic in terms of like a few things. Number one, the way he looked at music and how he was so passionate for it, he probably thought everybody was like that in the industry. It was not the case.
Yeah.
He probably was thinking that like those friendships, those bonds you make in the industry, like in any business, I mean, he probably thought they were deeper than what they were for a lot of people. The Jay-Z thing. I think him and Jay-Z probably could have been friends or were friends at one point.
They were never friends.
But Jay-Z probably was like, you know, I'm a businessman first, and this shit they ain't gonna help me, so I'm gonna cut this guy off.
They were never friends, bro.
Yeah, probably not. Or like Drake, his friendship with Drake. I mean, they were friends at one point allegedly, but they don't like each other now. And he probably thought it was deeper than what it was. Drake was like, yo, I respect you, but I need to get my own. I need to get up. I need to be up. Like I need to be better than you. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I think if the world had more people like that saw the good in everybody, it would be better for everybody. We would be better off than people like this lady is saying she don't want to talk to her friends on vacation.
I think there is a lot of people, but they don't get the spotlight.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't get the spotlight. I think.
Why would they?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that there are a lot of people, but we just always focus on the negative, and it's an echo chamber. I like that word today too. It's an echo chamber. If we see, it's you know the RAS, reticular activation system. If you see one thing, like you see.
Say that again.
Reticular activation system.
Reticular activation system.
You never heard of that?
What is reticular? What is that?
So basically, let's just say you get a new car, right? You get a new BMW, and then all you see now is BMWs. It's a reinforcement. So if we see stuff like this online, where our brain naturally acts and we react emotionally to it, our brain will start picking up on these little things to reinforce that idea that we have.
So is that a new idea?
No, that's been around for.
So it's probably 100 times worse now because the algorithm probably uses the same thing.
No, that's literally.
Oh yeah. So wow. Okay. It's just in damn phones.
It literally is. It's like I said, it's an echo chamber.
It's a damn phone, man.
It's literally an echo chamber. That's why I hate the negative stuff. That's why I like when we have positive stuff on here, because I don't want to keep pushing that negative out, because there is a lot of positive out there. But if you keep seeing the negative, you're gonna only see the negative. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you think you're ugly. Right? You just think you're ugly. You could be the most beautiful person in the world, but if you think you're ugly, your brain is going to be...
Some people are ugly, though.
Perspective, or what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Perspective, perception, whatever. But if you think you're ugly, you could be the most beautiful person in the world, but if you think you're ugly, right? Your brain, in whatever situation you're in, is going to find little things to reinforce that idea that you're ugly.
So loneliness epidemic, man. That looks max and all that crap, bro.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're ugly. You're not this. You're not 6'5". You're not buff. You're not rich. You're not this. And it adds up. What caused your Bugatti?
So then what happens? You're going to sit there and go out into the world and see,
tweak out.
She didn't look at me for 30 seconds. She doesn't like me. I'm ugly. And then oh man, she turned her head away when she was looking at me. I must be ugly. Crap, I got to fix like, it's an echo chamber, bro. It's the same thing. And then we see people like this talking about, I need... Just anything negative is going to just, especially when...
One day she'll be like, I have no friends. Nobody likes me. Because you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you never heard of the RAS. Like, for real.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
You're teaching me something, man.
Yeah, good, man. Because you teach me something all the time, man.
Always, yes. Reticular what?
Activation system.
Reticular activation
system. They've known about this forever. This is real
Reticular
stuff.
activation system.
Yeah.
So that explains the phenomenon of, like, when you think about something, you suddenly start to see it more, like you notice it more. Because it's been there, but now you actually, like, your brain looks for it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why I always tell people, be careful how you talk to yourself.
$1 million. Hope I see it more.
And it's gonna be it's slow stuff that builds the foundation. It's not you're gonna wake up the next day with $1 million.
Yeah.
You keep telling yourself, I'm a millionaire. Then you're gonna start seeing, you're gonna see habits start to form that you're going to start putting yourself into positions where you'll be able to receive that $1 million later down the line. Because, like I said, Egypt wasn't built in a day. You know?
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah,
That's
you
deep,
just start.
man.
Yeah.
You want to end it right there? I think that's a great ending. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You had a great talk today.
Yeah. Just a final thought. Freedom without community becomes a prison with no walls. Let's get on to the tip of the week. You can't build a future if you're hiding from your past, your people, or your purpose. This week, challenge yourself to reevaluate what you've been told to want and who you've been told to be. Because sometimes the hardest work isn't the hustle. It's coming home to yourself.
That's fire.
You got anything else to say?
No, man. I think you covered it. I think we've been real profound today. We a lot of deep thinking. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good conversation.
You know what I like? You bring the scientific aspect of it. I bring like the spiritual, you know, the behavioral.
I like studies and academic journals and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I like reading that type of stuff.
I do too. I'm really big on psychology and philosophy. I can tell you're really like scientific, you know, history fact based. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that adds that.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're clashing. It allows for deeper dialogue and conversations. Because you make me think about things in a certain way.
And vice versa.
And hopefully I try to make you think about it.
Definitely do, man. You definitely do.
And that's what I want to do with everyone else too. If you guys can really look up the RAS, and that'll help you understand why you keep seeing the same things in your life. It's like human behavior psychology type shit. It's crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
No, man. That's it.
All right, man. Hey, you on the Whip with Flex.
And Quell.
Catch y'all next episode. Peace.
I'm feeling great today. Wake up, see some.
Ah, the light.